More young Nigerians are beginning to heed the call to service by declaring their political ambitions ahead of the 2023 elections. One of such aspiring politicians is Olatorera Majekodunmi-Oniru, who has thrown her hat into the Ogun Central Senatorial contest. According to Ms Majekodunmi-Oniru, who is also a member of the ruling All Progressives Congress, the APC, 2023 will usher in a new election cycle in the country, and young Nigerians must be ready to take over the baton and lead painstakingly. Prior to her entry into the political arena, she was an ardent investor, entrepreneur, and 21st century business development expert, passionate about all things African. With over 16 years international and local experience working in finance, technology, global trade, and consulting, she is confident that her professional track record will put her in good stead should she succeed in her quest to become a senator. Ms Majekodunmi-Oniru has a master's in business administration degree from Emory University and executive leadership certificates from Stockholm School of Economics and International Institute for Management Development, IMD, Switzerland. She is also a candidate of Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government Women and Power program. She is now joining us to discuss her quest to contest for the Ogun Central Senatorial Seat, as well as her legislative agenda. Welcome to the show, Ms Majekodunmi-Oniru, and good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning, and welcome to the morning show. Well, just to let you know that your aspiration, if you win, you will be representing Tundu and I in the Senate, in the National Assembly. So
Fantastic.
we're likely to be your constituents.
Fantastic. So you are my constituent.
So we have a personal interest in the matter. Why do you want to run, for this position? But we are excited because, on this platform, we try to encourage as many women as possible to run for public office, and that women should be allowed to also have a say in the political decision-making process. And we also think that the not too young to run idea is a very good one. So this year, you'll be our first not too young to run guest on this program. But why do you want to represent Tundu and I? We'd like to know. Because we're both from Ogun Central.
Yes. Right. Okay, so my journey into politics, into my run for Senate, is a 20-year journey. It's something I have held close to my heart everywhere I have gone. With every job, with every award, with every initiative I have done, my heart, my mind has always been with Nigeria and Nigerians. I believe progressive policies is one key area towards we moving forward as a nation. I consulted with several leaders across Africa within Nigeria and arrived at my senatorial ambition for 2023.
So why the Senate precisely? Of all the ways you could serve, why did you choose the Senate?
So why the Senate? So we have only 3% women in Senate today. 3%. Globally, the minimum recommendation is 30%. The maximum we've ever had of women representation in the Senate over the past 60 years is 7%, and the minimum 2%. So literally, we do not have a voice for women that's sufficient to progress women agenda, to progress the needs of women. There are several issues that women go through on a daily basis that are not being looked upon in a collective manner that can progress us all. And also, like my dear Egbon said, they're not too young to run. The minimum age to run for Senate is 35, but there's no one in Senate under the age of 41. And I don't believe anyone at 35 has ever, ventured into Senate. And we need a voice for the youth. The youth are driving change, driving progress, leading institutions, building companies, entrepreneurial ventures. Look at fintech, look at e-commerce. We need a voice, a representative for the young people who are returning from the diaspora, who are assertive and progressive in their thinking, in their doing, in their actions. Just a voice to represent the youth.
Well, you are from Ogun Central. I would like to know which local government. Are you from Abeokuta South, or you are from Obafemi Owode? And how well do you know this senatorial district, the biggest of the three senatorial districts in Ogun State. And who is backing you? And why APC? Why not PDP or another political party?
Okay, so I will try to take the questions one by one. I'm from Abeokuta South.
Okay. So you and I are from the same local government.
Excellent. I'm excited. So you're going to be a big support to this journey. What was the next question? Yeah, I'm from Abeokuta South. We've canvassed. We've met people across all 75 wards in the entire 6 local governments across the district. We are on ground. We are meeting people on a daily basis. We're learning the challenges citizens are facing on a daily. We're strategizing on ways to move forward and how to mitigate the risks ahead of the journey.
Yeah, but I said, who is backing you? Because you know this is expensive.
Who's backing me? I would say we have an army backing me. And that includes several people in the category of people you're asking me who's backing me. So it's a lot of people backing me.
And why APC? Why not PDP or any other political party?
I've been a member of PDP for quite some time. APC is undeniably the leading political party in Nigeria today. I mean, you have the president, APC, the governor of Ogun State, APC. I am in APC party. I believe with more progressive decisions over the few months, we are in a very solid position to pull out the very best candidates and push them forward for leadership.
Right, let's hear about your legislative agenda, because earlier you mentioned about being a woman and how, you know, having our voices represented in the Senate and also the youth voice being underrepresented as it is. But it must be said, I'd like you to be specific, because it doesn't always follow that being a woman means you're going to represent women's issues. I mean, look at Margaret Thatcher as just one example of a woman who didn't feel the need to do that. So exactly how are you going to address and what issues would those be that are paramount to you?
Right. So I will touch on the topmost agenda for me, and that is highest quality mass education. We're going to focus very strongly on making sure no Ogun State Central District child is left behind. And of course, when we create policies, as I represent Ogun State Central, these policies transcend the entire nation in the Senate House. We want to strengthen the quality of education. We want to strengthen everything required for our children to have the best education from the time they are born up until the time they graduate from university.
What else apart from education?
So education will be the foremost agenda, and I want to stay very focused on that because there's so much work in that. And if we can achieve that one goal, it transcends so many things. You would see agriculture being utilized as a tool for wealth building, for poverty alleviation. You would see children growing up and becoming entrepreneurs and investing in the country. There's a lot that can transcend into other policies if we focus very strongly on education.
Okay, well, let's talk realpolitik now. In the APC, it looks like you are in the Dakwa faction, right? Right? Because there are factions. There is the Dakwa Abiodun faction. There is the Ibikunle Amosun faction. Okay. Ibikunle Amosun, former governor of Ogun State, is currently the senator representing Ogun Central, right?
He is.
And you think you can take on Senator Ibikunle Amosun? What gives you that confidence? Because he's not just representing Ogun Central. Suppose he wants to go a second time, and he's quite a formidable force, in his own right, in terms of the leadership of the Ogun Central from his own party side. Okay. You are not afraid that you want to take on a David versus Goliath situation?
I am absolutely not afraid. Absolutely not afraid, because we're going to do what it takes for Nigeria to move forward. Why should I be afraid? We need change. We need progress. We want what is best for 200 million people. We live in a democratic country. And the elections are meant to be free and fair.
Well, we certainly hope so. Now, you mentioned earlier that you'd been having consultations. With whom exactly? Can you take us through that process? And what do you think is your largest constituency? Because what is your base?
Okay, so my base will be Abeokuta South, which
No,
is
I'm
where
saying
I'm from.
in terms of demographics. Is it women? Is it youth?
Right, it's women.
Women.
So who I've been consulting with? It's a lot of people. I told you I have, let's say, people behind me, people who are supporting me, not just within Ogun State, but within Nigeria and Africa.
No, but we need to know whom, because
I
it's
can't
never
tell you
about
who.
what you must. It's never about the candidate. It's about the power behind
It's just
the
so
candidate.
many people.
Always.
Right, it's so many people.
In the interest of transparency.
I can share my manifesto with you.
I
can share my manifesto with you, and maybe you can pull out some names from there, but it's a lot of people I'm working with.
Okay, you don't want to answer the question? That too is an answer.
I answered it, but yeah.
Well, you're not quite. That too is an answer. It's just
Okay,
fine.
well, I mean, I know that the Majekodunmi is in Abeokuta, very prominent family from Iberekudo, right? But, some people will say, why Senate? Why didn't you start your career maybe with being appointed a commissioner or trying to be a councillor or, trying to go for maybe even House of Assembly? Why do you want to start your political career at the very top?
Very good question. So what I would say to that is, everybody's journey is different. We want what will bring about the greatest results 2023 and beyond. We want to put people who are assertive, ready to do the work, passionate about the people, ready to serve in the best positions so we can see some progressive results. We've all complained over the past 60 years that Nigeria is constantly regressing. We've seen what we've all gone through post-pandemic. People are suffering. We have 80% poverty. Where do we start from? Why why do you want to put me where I am not running for? So there are people who will say this is what they want, and you can, evaluate them and say, okay, yes, I agree with you, you'll be successful here. But if this is the one and you believe in me, and the constituents believe in me, and they are voting for me, and they are behind me, then that's it.
Well, your job as a senator, should you be elected, will be threefold. You have your legislative duties, you have your constituency duties, and the oversight function. What committees do you think that you would be strongest in? Would you really be able to serve Nigeria?
That's a good question. I would say the Finance Committee will be one of the key committees I would serve in.
What kind of contributions would you like to give to that committee?
I know there have been conversations around, making some amendments to the Finance Act. So it will be contributions based on what we're currently reviewing at that point in time.
Okay, I mean, you are running for a very important position from Ogun Central, and I'm sure there will be other persons who are interested. How connected are you to the grassroots? Because, the grassroots forces in Ogun Central, they're very powerful forces.
Very connected.
Including, don't let me talk about the boys. That's inside baseball, So how connected are you? And what kind of security arrangements do you have? Because, the way politics is. Do you have your own able-bodied men who are protecting you? Because things are going to get very interesting very soon.
Oh, wow.
I have an idea.
Really?
That sounds ominous.
You think it's a joke? You think I'm joking?
No.
No, I'm talking real politics, what goes on.
Okay.
So have you made your arrangements? Have you connected with the boys at the grassroots?
We do.
Do you know where they are around the town?
We're meeting people on a daily basis. So we've traversed and met people across the 74 wards in all 6 local government areas of the district. So, and we're with them on a daily basis. I think I mentioned earlier, we're understanding their challenges. We're listening very attentively to their needs, supporting whoever we can support. We were in public schools last week, hospitals, just, consulting.
Those are not the kind of people I'm talking about.
Okay, well, we're also in the grassroots.
Maybe that's not for television.
It all sounds incredibly ominous. But I wanted to ask you, what's the most striking part of this campaign so far for you?
The most striking part, meaning...
What has struck you the most about this campaign?
What has struck me? I don't think anything has struck me, like lightning, thunder, kind of struck.
Not that dramatic.
Right.
What are the overarching themes? What are you most moved by? What has? I want to hear some stories of who you've met, who you've encountered.
Okay, so I would say it's definitely the people. It's the connection. I enjoy going to the grassroots. I enjoy meeting the market women, meeting people who are doing things to advance Ogun Central Senatorial District, meeting local government leaders. I've met a lot of people, and that's what brings me joy.
Okay, could you tell us a little about your background and why you took interest in politics? Because something must have, triggered it.
Right. So I've had interest in politics for, I would say, forever. I've always known that I would, vie for a leadership position in Nigeria. Nigeria is where my heart is. If I ever traveled out, I'm trying to go back within a week. There are times I would travel to the US and 3-4 days, please, where's the flight back? For me, there's nowhere else like home. I enjoy the weather, I enjoy the people, I enjoy conversations. So it's always been in me. It's not something that I picked up along the way. I've always had it.
And why now? Why do you choose to run for the 2023 elections?
It's time. So I've worked since I was 13, from McDonald's and sweeping floors to internships, General Electric financial management program, to Merrill Lynch, Wall Street, to Ericsson, and I've been investing, I've been building businesses, I've been mentoring people, and I just arrived at the decision, I think about 2017, and it's time.
Okay, what if it happens you don't win? What if it happens you don't even get the party ticket?
Okay.
Will you, because of that, leave politics? What are the other options available to you?
I love that question. If I don't win, I'm fine. I will not leave politics. I will not leave Nigeria. I will continue to work hard, push my dreams for what I believe in.
Well, that's really great to hear. It is. You shouldn't be discouraged no matter what.
Thank you.
So beyond the Senate, what else do you do in terms of outreach, in terms of, because obviously you were saying the grassroots is very important to you, so beyond this campaign, what form has that taken?
Right, so I've done Fit the Hungry Days, and of course I've done several initiatives which I learned from, and I know Nigeria's challenges and how we can move forward. We've done Sweep Ogun State Days. We donate to several institutions and NGOs. Work with different people. I have a fitness and healthy food program. We have some initiatives we're also working on within the next 24 months.
Okay, well, final question from me. I see you are using the acronym OMO for Senate. Can you define that?
Yes. O for Olatorera, M for Majekodunmi, O for Oniru.
Yeah, but
it's my initials.
That's O is different from O.
Yeah.
Well, if you just take the first word.
Why the play on
O
the
for
accent?
Why the play on the accent?
Yes.
O-M-O.
But what you have there is O-M-O.
Yeah, it's not O.
Well,
so why that variation?
O-M-O. Okay, let's
well,
we'd like to thank you very much, Olatorera Majekodunmi-Oniru, and wish you very well.
Thank
with
you.
Your ambition to represent us from Ogun Central Senatorial District in the National Assembly next year. All the best.